What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Major tech businesses can now benefit from new tax breaks as part of Taiwan's own version of the U.S. CHIPS Act. Companies that spend over $180 million on R&D and over $315 million on new advanced equipment will be granted tax deductions of 25% and 5% respectively. The program is seen as an incentive for companies in the semiconductor, electric vehicle, and 5G industries to continue investing in Taiwan. Tenant groups in Taiwan say landlords are taking advantage of the government program for renters. It's called into question how effective such efforts are at making housing more accessible. Jeremy Olivier has more.
What was meant as a boost for people who rent in Taiwan might not be the good news they'd hoped for. In July, the government rolled out nearly $1 billion in new rental subsidies, part of a program to make housing more affordable. But civic groups say the program has some major problems. They say in the past, many landlords would refuse to let their tenants apply for the subsidies because they'd be forced to report and pay taxes on their rental properties. And if their tenants went ahead and applied anyway, they would raise their rent in response. Groups now say that in addition to the subsidies, the system should also include penalties for uncooperative landlords.
其实不是反对租金补贴，要讲到萝卜跟棒子啦。对啊，因为我们现在都只给萝卜嘛，然后我们就觉得针对租屋这个市场这个问题，我觉得一定要有一个策略来去解决。
Taiwan's housing prices have skyrocketed in recent years. Buying a home has become unthinkable for most young people. But rental prices have also risen steadily over the past decade. The government's rent index, which tracks the cost of renting property in Taiwan, hit a record high in June this year. It's a problem with no easy solution.
收入很低，所以我不得不租屋。租屋的话，然后政府再用一个贴补式的，但是其实只是在治标而已，那没有办法去真正的去治本。
The government says it's dedicated to solving Taiwan's housing problems. On top of subsidies, it's also creating more social housing. It aims to make over 200,000 units available by next year. But with landlords taking advantage of some programs, questions remain over how much these efforts can help. John Su and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.
A Me Too wave has swept Taiwan in recent weeks. It's caught up high-profile figures, but how much has it changed women's daily lives? Louise Watt reports.
Carita Lin is teaching people what they should do if they see sexual harassment. She says Taiwanese are less likely to intervene if they see someone being harassed.
They see this as problems in our communities rather than, oh, I want to help. So I make people think, what if this happened to your daughter, to your family, to your friends? What would you do?
It's a subject she knows all too well. Lin was stalked for a year by an ex-boyfriend. The experience pushed her to become Taiwan's first certified Green Dot trainer, a bystander intervention program that originated on university campuses in the US. She says interest in her workshops has grown as Taiwan has been rocked by its biggest Me Too wave. A Netflix drama with a sexual harassment subplot sparked a wave of real-life allegations. That pushed Taiwan's government to amend laws to protect victims of abuse. But activists say it's going to take more than the threat of large fines and prison time to effect lasting social change. Organisers are holding this event in Taichung City in central Taiwan because they say sexual harassment is still largely a taboo subject outside the capital, and they want to get more people, men, women, young and old, talking about it. The venue is decorated with paintings, organised by Hedgehog, a group dedicated to helping survivors of intimate relationship violence to express their trauma through art. Co-founder Zhou Yueqi herself suffered domestic violence.
你可以从他身上的一些物件发现他可能跟一些受迫、一些他不想要有的，像这种18加，然后像这个是那个暂停键跟播放键，就是他可能有一些影片被外流，或者是有一些照片被拍下来，这是他不愿意的。
Visitors to the exhibition and workshop are encouraged to share their own experiences and thoughts on postcards. Organisers say these are things they might not feel able to say out loud.
我们希望透过艺术让更多人知道，他们所经历的事，有一个人有一群人，有一个人愿意相信他们经历的事情是真的，也愿意带着他们，不只是说出自己的伤，还要能够复原。
It's all about coming together to stop such intimate violence. And while organisers are grateful to the Me Too movement for bringing attention to sexual harassment, their goal is for lasting change, a society that stands up to abuse. Alex Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Taipei is holding a Hong Kong cultural festival, which began with a walking tour of the capital's Little Hong Kong. Rick Liu reports on the relationship between Taiwan and China's troubled city.
Hong Kong migrant Oprah organised this guided tour of what's become known in Taiwan as Little Hong Kong, a neighbourhood with a growing number of Hong Kong cafes, shops and restaurants. Oprah wants to share her culture with people in her new home.
我们也在这2、3年特别多的香港人来到台湾，他们可能是拿着在香港不一样的专业，然后不一样的文化，然后可能是共同的东西，只是我们生长的环境跟我们学的东西都不一样。
Behind this recent jump in migration is Beijing's political crackdown on Hong Kong, a special administrative region that has struggled against China's authoritative policies. Many Hong Kongers moved to Taiwan for the freedom and democracy now vanishing in their homeland. But Taiwan has a complicated relationship with Hong Kong. After more than 150 years, the former British colony was returned to China in 1997, while Taiwan is a self-ruled island nation that Beijing claims as part of its territory. Now, Taiwan authorities view people from Hong Kong with the same suspicion as those from the rest of China.
So there's a gap. They say they are welcome, but they don't know how to do could fit national security issue and also their welcome, their friendly attitude. So the result it seems very unfriendly to Hong Kong people.
Taiwan's government is now considering making it harder for the tens of thousands of recent Hong Kong arrivals to become permanent residents, by extending the length of time they must live in the country before they can apply.
So I heard that a lot of Hong Kong people came here very enthusiastically and very excitedly, but left Taiwan because of the situation, or the policy is quite unclear for them, or they can't see the future of staying in Taiwan.
This old Taipei neighbourhood is settling into its new popularity as a centre for Hong Kong cuisine and culture. The troubled city, 700 kilometres away, is making its mark on Taiwan, even as authorities here seem uncertain about how to deal with the influx of Hong Kongers. Scott Huang and Rick Liu for TaiwanPlus.
Coral reefs around Taiwan's outlying Penghu Islands are being choked by seaweed, and recent typhoon weather failed to clear the algae as some volunteers had hoped. A type of algae known as sea grapes poses a major threat to the reef ecosystem as it grows fast and competes for space with the coral. Volunteers worry the colorful reefs may die if the algae continue to spread. In recent years, the reefs have also become more fragile due to climate change.
前2年一个热一个冷，对珊瑚礁已经造成很大的伤害。死掉的珊瑚，它因为它的抗浪性就差了，因为它会脆化，它都已经在分解的阶段。然后经过这个台风一扫，就把它上面的整个都扫平。
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of water buffalo in Turkey rushing into a pond to cool off as the country battles a heat wave. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.